Hello, wonderful kindergartners. This is Miss Linden, and today we are going to be looking at our big book for math. The first thing we're going to do is count how many seahorses there are. So let's take a look at the picture. We have 1, 2, 3 seahorses. We have 3 seahorses. And how many other fish are there? Let's count those together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 other fish. So we have 3 seahorses and 9 other fish. Now, when we count, does it matter which way we count? So I started with this seahorse, but if I started over here with this seahorse, how many seahorses do we have? 1, 2, 3. There's still 3 seahorses. How about with the fish? Well, as I count, I'm going to put a sticky note on top of the fish to see if it matters which order we count them in. I'm going to start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So do we still have 9 other fish? It doesn't matter which way you count them as long as you count all of them. And we got all of the fish, and there are 9 of them. So we have 3 seahorses and 9 fish. Which group has more? Are there more seahorses or are there more fish? Let's take a minute to think about that. If we have 3 seahorses and 9 fish, which group has more? Do you know? The group of fish has more because the number 9 is greater than the number 3. So which group has fewer? Are there fewer fish or are there fewer seahorses? Let's think for a second. There are 3 seahorses and 9 fish. Which of those numbers is less? Is 9 less or is 3 less? There are less or fewer seahorses because there's only 3, and 3 is less than 9. Now, if you look at this picture, can you tell just by looking at it which group has more or which group has less? If you just take a look at it and you don't even really count it, can you tell that there are more fish than seahorses? Some of you might be able to. Some of you might not, and that's okay too. Now, we are going to play a little game. I have some numbers, and I want you to tell me which number is greater. I have the number 5 and the number 9. Out of those numbers, which one is greater? Have you figured it out? The number 9 is greater. It's a bigger number. How about the number 8 or the number 1? Which number is greater? Well, 1's a really small number, isn't it? And 8's a lot bigger than 1. So 8 is the greater number. And I have one more for you. I have 6 and I have 7. Which number is the greater number? Which one's bigger? Have you figured it out? The number 7 is bigger. Great job. That was probably easy for some of you. Now, let's look back at our fish and our seahorses. Do you remember how many seahorses there were? Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3. There were 3 seahorses. And how many fish were there? Do you remember? We'll count those again too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 fish and 3 seahorses. Now we are going to figure out how many more fish there are than seahorses. Some of you might be able to figure that out just by looking at it or just by thinking of the numbers in your head. But we are going to look at it a little bit differently today. We're going to pair up the seahorses with a fish that is buddy. So, I have some sticky notes. And this seahorse is going to be buddies with this fish. There we go. Those two are buddies now. And this seahorse is going to be buddies with this fish. Just like this. Now those two are buddies. And this seahorse is going to be buddies with this fish. So we paired up the 3 seahorses, 1, 2, 3, with 3 fish, 1, 2, 3. So the fish that are left over that don't have a seahorse buddy, that's how many more fish there are than seahorses. So let's count those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can't forget this little guy over here, 6. There are 6 fish that don't have any seahorse buddies. So that means there are 6 more fish than seahorses. That also means that there are 6 less seahorses than fish. You can say it either way. Well, now we're going to try this same problem on the board, doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to have red circles be the number of fish that we have. Do you remember how many fish were in that picture? There were 9 fish. So we're going to draw 9 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are our 9 circles. Those are going to be for our 9 fish. And do you remember how many seahorses there were? Well, for the seahorses, we're going to draw squares. So there were 3 seahorses. So I'm going to draw 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. So we have 9 fish and 3 seahorses. And we're going to have them buddy up, just like I did in the picture. Here we go. They're going to buddy up. 1 goes with 1. 1 goes with 1. 1 goes with 1. Now we have all these leftover fish that don't have a seahorse buddy. So we're going to count how many left over there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 leftover fish, so that means there are 6 more fish than seahorses. Well, I hope you guys had a fun time watching this video, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!